LeBron James is joining the Cleveland Browns at practice. Man, it already happened. James showed up at team practice and took some photos with players and fans. I'm Kerry Chow, joined by ESPN Browns reporter Pat McManamon. Pat, what was the scene like when LeBron first showed up at practice?
Kerry, it was actually kind of quiet. It was a closed practice to the public. It was just media watching and some invited special guests and sponsors of the team. And all of a sudden, the gate opens up, and in comes a very tall man with a group of friends. And it was, lo and behold, LeBron James. He hung out on the sidelines, minded his own business, and then after practice, spent a lot of time greeting players and coaches and having a picture taken with a bunch of them.
Who was probably the most excited person to see LeBron?
Well, I think he probably had about 90 guys on the field who were all excited to see him. Some of them know him a little bit. I think that there was an immediate buzz about, hey, look who's over there. It's not often the greatest, if one of the greatest, if not the greatest players in any sport is on a sideline. And I think that, it's all kind of a little bit of excitement around Cleveland that, finally maybe things are starting to turn and go right. And you have not only a buzz about Johnny Manziel, but you also have LeBron coming back to Cleveland, and it just kind of had a nice positive vibe, which is not something that happens every day in Cleveland.
That is true. LeBron is, of course, friends with Johnny Manziel, as we can see all over the social networks. Did they have any fun, special conversations that you noticed?
Brief one after LeBron and his kids and his friends went in the locker room for a little bit, and then he and Johnny came outside for a couple minutes and just had a very brief discussion. It was not something any of us were privy to. LeBron was asked about talking to the media, but I would have been shocked if he had done so. I think he knows that would have not gone over well with the Cavs and would not have been respectful. And also tomorrow night, Friday night, there's a welcome home LeBron event at the University of Akron's football stadium, so I think he'll do some more talking down there.
What about LeBron's football skills? What are the chances that we could see LeBron on a football field? I know the chances are slim, but how nice would it be for Browns fans to see that?
It'd be incredible. He was an all-state receiver when he played at St. Vincent, and there were times when previous years when I covered the Cavs at times, and he would spend time with a former assistant coach named Chris Gent, who was a pretty good football passer in his day, and Gent would throw the passes LeBron would catch, and when you see all 6'8" of him and 240, 250 pounds of him coming across the middle, in quotes there, because it was obviously on a basketball court. But when you see him running full speed, reaching up and snagging balls effortlessly, if I were a defensive player, it would be a very scary sight. This guy could play some serious football. I don't think he'll ever do it because it would be too big of a risk for his basketball career. But him on a football field, boy, that would be kind of frightening.
We can always dream. We can always dream. ESPN Browns reporter Pat McManamon. Thanks, Pat.
Thank you, Kerry. Take care.
For the latest on the Browns, be sure to check out the NFL Nation blog. For the latest on LeBron, come on, you know where to go. I'm Kerry Chow with your latest ESPN headline.